So that's from the Reckoning album and some of the Jerry licks that he does on Deep Elem Blues. There's a lot to take in there. A lot of, as I've talked about in other thirds, minor to major third intervals. I'll try not to go into them too much. Maybe do a separate theory lesson. But basically, every time over the E chord, we think of our three notes that make up a major and minor chord. Because if you're only playing, let's take G for example. How can you have three notes in a G chord when you're strumming 6 strings? That's because you got a G at the 3rd fret, B here, D. So that's a triad, the chord, but then you got another G, B, or D, and another G. So that's why chords are, usually only 3 notes. And the major third of the chord, we're kind of sliding up with those first 4 licks. From the 3rd to the 4th fret is that minor to major third for the G minor, G major, E minor kind of sound. To get it to sound kind of, give a little bit more spunk into it, I guess you will. Starts on the 3rd fret of the low E and 4th fret. That's your minor third. Really remember that. They're always a half step apart, because if you look at E minor, to make an E major, you just bring that G up 1 note. So starts off with these 3 4s. Sorry if I got a glare. 3 4s on the G and 3 4, which is G and G sharp, and then we do this E major 5th and root, which is 2 and 2 on the A and the D. Maybe this angle would be better. So we got 3 4 on the low E, 2 on the A, 2 on the D. Then this little walk down with the minor 7th, or if you want to call it the, he goes down. So we just call that the minor 7th or the flatted 7th. So we have, just get this down first, or if you're more advanced, you won't need to do that, but it's all variations on this for those first bars. So that's what we got, kind of like. With some extra notes eventually, but then 5, 4, 2, and I'd recommend using your pinky. 5, 4, 2 is really starting on that D and descending down to B. So, and that's the whole thing. It's just a phrasing thing at that point. I'm not going to go through every little bitty piece until I bring a tab up, because I've had little issues with Google Box or Dropbox and that Google stuff lately. But the first time he uses all this, these are all the same notes for all 4 variations. So the first one is 2 of these 2s on the D strings, and then sometimes he comes into that 3 4 on the E quicker. You gotta listen. I believe he plucks that 3 4 in the beginning, and then the second one, now another one added in there. So it's like same notes, same riff, different phrasing. So first 2, and then that last one built off those same notes. Or he does these little quick. So all the variations are on the E note, which is the 2nd fret of the D string. I don't know. It's hard to teach sometimes when some people are beginning. I'll just say frets, and some people are like, you don't need to tell me that. I know that's an E. Some people can learn from swatching. So 1, 2. This one he might do a slide or a hammer on. It's hard to tell sometimes. I guess a slide so that you can get back into position to that too. And then that one. And then. So the last one switches. So it goes quicker. I'd say do a slide from 3 to 4 instead of picking it. 2 and 2 again. Should be B and E notes. A or to D. Walk down to B. And not walk down to B, excuse me. Go down to the 4th fret, which you could look at as a C sharp. Since we're going to be playing an A eventually, makes sense to talk in terms of sharps. And then when you get there, so, and that's the whole first part. So, I'll play it slowly. Add an extra one. So there's 3 sections there really. I think the that third one probably does a slide, very minuscule difference. And then eventually goes rushing it a little bit. Not rushing it, but playing the lick quicker. Riff quicker, excuse me, whatever word you want to use. Stopping at the 4th fret A string and then pick 3, 4 again like we started off on, and then E. And then we go into this walk up into A, open E, 2nd fret E, F sharp, 3rd fret E, G, 4th fret E string, G sharp, right back into the A. And then it's open A. And I was listening for a while if he slides from 3 or from 2, but I think he slides from 2. Remember, this is the Reckoning version. So you do open A twice, A, slide from 2 to 4 on D string, and then hit the 2nd fret on the D string. And then there's this nice, you could use your pinky. I a lot of times use my ring. So, excuse me. And it ends with that same minor to major blues kind of sound. So that's just sliding into this all on the D string. Once you get there, slide into 5, 4, 2. Sometimes I have to replay it to remember where I'm at. Yeah, and then 4 on the A, C sharp, back to E note, 2nd fret of D string. So we have, and then, so, one more time. And then they, either Bobby or Jerry, you can add this in. Excuse me. 4 and 4 skipping on both frets of the G and E string. Skipping that middle B, so. That's just if you're playing it solo or whatever, so. And then that open G to hammering on the fourth is the same as this, an octave higher. So it goes hammer onto that on the G string and then second fret D string. So, and that's an optional thing again, right? So it's getting ready for this walk up to B, and then that's so 3, 4 again, but we're gonna slide down the low E as a walk up, G, G sharp, open A, and then we have B flat, A sharp, whatever, and then I want you to land on, or whatever feels comfortable, B, second fret, A string with your index finger, because that allows you to hit that. It lets you hit that perfect fifth. So we have and then I first heard it as, but I hear him playing B and then power chord with the other power note of the power chord, B, fourth fret on the D string, and then you got to move your hand up, another minor to major thing. So whoops, excuse me, 5 to 6 on the A, so 2 on the A, 4 on the D, 5, 6 hammer on the A, back to the B that we started off on, second fret, and then we have this slide in from the 4th to 6th on the A, then down to 4 on the A. So and the very last of it is this a little weird lick. Same 3, 4, but this time I'm going to do it with these two fingers instead of these two fingers. It's a little weird to make peace sign like that, but so. 3, 4 on the E, and then snag that 4th fret of the A string. Right, stops that. So 4th fret A string, C sharp, kind of implying an A chord, major third of an A, to E, and then you can mess around with the till they go into the verses. So time, because I goofed up, of course, one note literally, so. Go. And you can hit that with your pinky or ring. I prefer pinky. So hope that makes sense. If you want some more minor, major, third theoretical lessons, let me know. Hope you guys have a great day. Oh, there's a kitty there. She says hi.